Okay. So this time we're gonna do a new one for you. How to create a blurry blend on a mid fade. I got something special for y'all last, but I want y'all to make sure you pay attention. It really ain't as hard as it look though. I want you to take these techniques, go back to your client, use them, and finesse the whole way through. It really ain't hard. I'm telling you. Watch how Smash do it. The first thing that I want you to pay attention to and do, analyze the whole head. Scope the whole thing out and look at exactly where you want the line of demarcation to start, where you want it to drop it, and where you want it to end it. This is going to be very vital to how your haircut turns out. I want you to pay attention to where you create this line. You don't go in with your balders. You want to make sure that you don't go in with trimmers, and you don't want to go in zero gaps, balding out the whole area that you're about to do your blended. You want to make sure that you go into it with a full clipper, maybe like Andis Master or Oster's 76er, something like that, that doesn't completely bald it out. That way it's easier for you to transition. And then at the end, you can go back with your balders and clean it up around the edges to make it look like a more pronounced cut. So one thing that I do, I feel like is very key to my fading. Before I get to blending and trying to fade up, I make sure that I do a walk down because I want to smooth down the area that I'm about to start doing my blend on. Reason why I walk down on the hair first, I do not like for anything to be prickly or standing up. So to give me the best texture of whatever I'm about to fade up against, I need it to lay down and I need it to be very smooth. Once I've done a complete walk down over the whole area that I'm about to fade, and that area may be about a quarter inch to an inch, depending on how much of a transition phase that I'm looking for, I tilt my clippers at a certain angle, maybe say about a 90-degree angle, and I kind of flick up. I don't lay it flat and try to fade up because I'll cut too much hair off. So what I do is like a tilt and then flick. This gives me more of a raking technique. So it's more like what thinning shears would be on a haircut. So for most people who are trying to fade, they have to put the guard on or go through a thorough process of constantly trying to figure out exactly how they're going to approach the fade. It doesn't take me that long. I do it with just the clipper, just the blades themselves, and I just raw it out the whole way through. And you'll see for yourself as I demonstrate this cut exactly how quick the fade actually transitions out. Now, one thing you will notice from your dog, I'm not gonna sit here and try to act like every step is just super planned out. I have a tendency to go back and forth, so I may go down to smooth it and I may flick back up to fade it, and then I may go back down to smooth it, and then I may flick back up to fade it. But this is just how I transition, because it's a certain way and a certain angle that I try to do everything that I do, because it's all real technical. But you have to pay very close attention to the direction that the hair follicle grows in. If you do not pay attention to the direction that the hair follicle grows in, and you're just fading, it's not gonna come out right. I promise you. Now right here is what I really want you to pay attention to. Now, if you notice, the fade already looks clean because of the blending area, the transition, the lowness, the thickness, the highness. But once I get to a certain level and I've completed the fade, now I'll go back with my trimmers, whichever ones I decide to choose, and I'll go back and bald out the areas just where the lining grows in. So wherever I would do an edge up at or a lineup trim, I'll go back and I'll fade into those areas with my balding clippers just to do a quick cleanup. But this takes away from you having to spend so much time trying to fade out a hard line from something that you created with trimmers to begin with. This area right here, I'll do a slight edge up. Now I will use enhancements on this cut to close out on his light spots, but this video isn't about enhancements. It was more so just about the fade. But I wanted to show you the technique that I use with blending, doing the walk down, raking technique coming up, just so you'll be able to see how to transition your work and be able to use it on your clients or on yourself. So with my client here, one of the biggest things I do is I call it spot mopping. I basically find any dark areas or any dark spots, and I go in and I kind of just tap a little bit to blend those areas out. This is key to me because it's all about details. And one of the biggest things that I feel like has separated me from most others that people follow is my detail work and what my eye catches when I am working on my clients. So I'll go in and I'll do the edge up, I'll do the line up, and like I said, I will at the end of this, after I do his natural line completely, I'll go back and add enhancements. That's one thing that most people do have to understand. You have to complete the full edge up, the full lineup before you can add any enhancements. Because if you don't, you just adding sauce, and you really can't add ketchup or sauce without cooking the fries first. So you really need your fries to be cooked first, which is the haircut, before you can add sauce to it. That's gonna give it that extra oomph anyway. But I have more videos coming out soon that express how to use hair enhancements, different techniques and things of that sort. But just stay tuned. I want you to peep this, and I hope that this video really helps you. Give me your feedback. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. And make sure that you follow your dog on IG at Smash the Legend. It's been a pleasure tuning in with you guys, and stay tuned for more content. One love.